Hi guys, Andy here, welcome back to my Minecraft Survival Let's Play world, and a happy new year to everyone. It's been a while since I've been on this series. I took a little break over sort of early December till about now. Have a bit of a break from Minecraft altogether, and I'm coming back and I'm refreshed and raring to go. Voice gone a little bit, there we go. So, what's the plans for today? Well, I've actually got another episode already recorded, which I'll put out after this one because it was recorded in December, so before I took a little bit of a break. So I thought I'd bring this one in between. I thought I'd come back to the station here. And what I want to do is extend this line in particular out under there. And we're going to put in today our first stop on this line. And that stop is going to be down, not there. Is it down here? It's going to come down here. And then it will come all the way down here. Have I got a boat around here, or is it over that side? I don't know what it is. Let me just come over this side. It's going to come down over the water here, along here, and then if you look over there, that is where we will come in. That's, I think, is a bubble column going up. It's going to go around there, and there will be our first station stop here in the cave, and that's going to be the plan. So, as I just jumped off the edge. So it's going to come down across here, over here. There will be need some bridge supports in here somehow. That might not be done today. We'll see how we go. Go around and stop there. That's the first stop in the line here. And then it will eventually go out to the birch forest and beyond. So that is the plan for today. But I've been sort of working out how best to get this line down here, because the initial plan was to see if I could come and bring it down where that's drop is there, but in all fairness, where that comes through the ground, but here there's nothing at all. I'd have to build something in altogether. I thought, you know what, a bridge going right across here will probably look a bit more impressive. So what I have got today in my hands here is actually a load of, well, cobble initially, just to get this initial line in here. So things like this here will come out of the way. We'll get this down to the same level as everything else. Pop the torches back in. And I kind of need to work out whereabouts I want it to hit. Now, I don't want it to hit that waterfall. I want to keep it in there for the moment. Do I want to come around this side to it? Or that side? I think that side. So I think it wants to be coming over here. So let's get this in place. But what I'll do, I'll pop my torches next to it as well, just so I can just quickly pop a torch on each line as we go along. I mean, these are going to be one-way lines, so basically you'll go one way, you can get a cart and go back the other way. And we'll have powered rails or controlled by a button to fire you off with your stations. And then that can come around here, up here, and here is where we're going to build our first station. Here. That's fine. So what I'm going to do now is I've got the rest of the line decor to go in, sort of the cobble and the gravel each side. I need to put something underneath it as well, because along here there will be power line. I need a redstone torch underneath it. So you have a power line there, and that we do, you just have a redstone torch. That'd be cheaper than making an entire redstone block there. Especially the amount of line I've got to do. I'm already concerned about the amount of gold I've used just for the few power lines I've got for this. I think I might need to think about a gold farm at some point. That will definitely be needed, especially if I want to do some trading with piglins for gravel. Yeah, lots of farms to do this, but that's the idea. Gives us reasons to keep going, things to do to support our building infrastructure. So, first things first is me to actually outline the entire line, where it's going to go across this water. Do I want it over the water? Do I want to take a little bridge up over the water? I think I'll do that actually. If we go something like, might have to take out something like that. So that'd be the rail. I might have to go one higher actually, because if I want to have, if that wants to be rail, gap underneath it, that'll be the rail. On top of that, that'll be where a redstone torch will be, and that'll be what the redstone torch is resting upon. Sort of like that. And then we'll have to fill out the sides with some sort of decorative block. Just to make it look a little bit neater, a little bit tidier. So plenty of stuff to be doing. So let me crack on, get some stuff cleared out. I'll clear this out and get the cobble back at the same time. I might as well. So we're going to be needing it. And I will be back with you shortly when we've got a bit more progress. So I shall see you then. Right, we've got our first railway line in place. Jump in the minecart, press the button, and off we go. And again, I've kept with the same pattern I've been using all around in the main station there, with the tuft and the gravel. Down this bit here, I might decorate this up more because it's just carved out of the ground at the moment. But this is the bridge going over the lake, and then the one going over the ravine. And then it comes up round to here. Might just tweak the power rails a bit from there, and ends up here. Need to sort out the sort of like stop and starting stations, but this is what we've got so far. So I've trimmed the line up with this stone brick as well, because I want to put something on here as well, like a barrier, so people do walk on here, they're not going to fall off. And likewise, I can have some lights in, get rid of the torches. And then if you come and have a look over this side here, I'm going to maybe put a pillar here, one maybe at the other end and one in the middle. I need to work out how those are going to fit into there. I've curved it underneath here so I can put like the redstone torches and hide them out of the way. At the top over the lake, it's not as deep, it's more flatter. But again, I'll put a supporting pillar, I think, in the middle there, just in the water. Just looks like it's been held up by something. We'll do that at a later episode, but I want to quickly turn my attention to here, and this is where our first station is going to be. So first things first, I would like to initially remove some of this material here, and then work out how deep I want it to be. So I'm thinking one. So let's get the right blocks out I need. So let me take you out here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I want to take this line out. I'll use my silk touch pick. I'll take you out there. I want to have 3 sections along here. So we'll put you there, and we'll go 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take you out of there. Do I want one more along this side? Yeah, let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you into there. So that's going to be our station width. And then likewise on this side, we'll come here. 1, 2, 3 to there. And then we mirror that over there. And these will be pillars coming up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go one more, actually, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's gone one too many anyway, so we'll take the top one off. So that would be, we'll take this up here. So that's out of the way. And then you there. So we'll have platforms on each side. I'm thinking the ones next to the station, I might actually just drop down by one. Do I want to do that? No, I don't. If I had a staircase in this block, I would use a stair there just to give it a little lip. But dropping that down individually like that doesn't work. And then we'll have the same on this side, gap of 3 here. And then the middle one will be a staircase which will lead down. So about here. And that's going to lead down, and then it will eventually work its way around a pathway over to that area there. So that's going to be our first sort of pathway, what gets down to that area there. And then we go down this far, we can only branch off if we want to go that way, because over in that corner, you see where we've got the 3 torches over there is a skeleton spawner. So if I want to make a little XP farm over here, I can do that there. Yes, I've got a farm set up, but just chucking a quick and easy one over there might be an option as well. I think that would work. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get this side up, get the flooring in. I'm going to put a curved bit of a roof on top of it, and that will be our basic station up and running. So let me get that done, and then once that's up and running, we can start working out the pathways going down below, at least down to that level, and then we can start working out where things are going to go. So I want to start putting in things like a storage solution, and then start working our way so we can get further down into the cave as well, and also work down how to get to the ancient city, because I would like to use that in some way, shape or form. I don't know what as yet, but it would be nice if we could use it for something. And we're starting to develop down here below as our main base in this world, and then we can start adding to it. So first things first though, let's get the station built. And here we are, one completed station. I won't say it's fully complete, I think it's a bit more decor we can add into here. Some more storage on the station platform for to put things in, some notice boards, indication what's to go on the line that way and so forth, and what's back that way, that sort of stuff. But it's not a bad starting point. I've added a little thicker decor on where these pillars are, just to sort of line it up, and then a stopping point so the cart will come here. What I do have a problem is though, and that is, if I land in here and I get in the cart that way, I press that button, it takes it off this way, which is not really what I'd want, because I want to be able to come back. Where did you come from? There's an issue with mobs as well. I think they're coming down from up there, but if I come in the other way and I sort of land there, again, I can't come back. If I press the button, I go on that way and it takes me that way. So there is that issue as well. I might have to rethink how that works, but at the moment it'll do for the moment, but I need to sort of really work it out so I can go from the station down to here. That'll lead me down to there, whether that's my storage area, and then I can go back. But that's a temporary workaround for the moment until I can work out a better way of doing it. But this is going to be the staircase coming down now here. It'll go down a bit further that way and then round. I'll get down to the area. That's what I'm going to do now to wrap this episode up. But it's nice having the first station in place. So with that in place, I'm just going to finish off putting this pathway in, and then we'll call it a day. Okay guys, we're back, and well, we're in a good position now. We're in a good position. So we've got the station built. We did that at the last clip, and that's all done. I've added some extra lights around the edge, just sort of tied up around the edges and made it a bit brighter and lighter, and get rid of the torches. My aim is to have no torches in here, and for that I think we have to think about some light sources or what we want for the future. And I'm thinking shroom lights might be a good option, so I'm thinking maybe like some sort of fog light farm setting up in the future. That might be a worthwhile doing. But for the moment, here we are. One station, and we have stairs going down, and they lead all the way down to there, and that is really, really nice. Bit of trim around the edges, again, using the lanterns. I've still some torches around there to remove the lantern at the edge there, and this comes all the way down, and will lead us into this area here. I've smoothed a bit out, I've filled some of the water holes in, but this is going to be our first stopping point, and I am thinking this could probably be the storage area. That's my thinking for this at the moment. I've actually been thinking about how I get further down here. So the next step I think will be to there, and then down into that area there. And I've been getting some deslate between cuts. I think it's down that way is where the ancient city is. So what I'm thinking is that pathway is going to come down. I think I'll lead the pathway around this edge. Might make something more of this water feature, make more use of it. Need to get some pipes, some columns in for the railway line. But here, I'm now thinking a big staircase going down over to there, and then a pathway going all the way around the edge of this water, and then somewhere around there, a big pathway staircase going down there. Unless I could possibly do something else like a bit archway. I have to double check that. But then maybe from there, like a staircase going down into that area down there, and that will get me all the way down there. We'll get some bubble columns as well inserted as well. And then when you eventually kill the Ender Dragon, we'll have the Lytra as well. And then look, I've stashes of Ender Pearls to shoot up and down with as well. Plenty of ways to get up and down, but that's things for the future. But I think we're going to start clearing this area out, flattening the ground off a bit, and this will be storage. But that's for another day. I stopped it here because, before I decide what I'm going to do next. But I've been thinking about that in between the cuts. So I've been gathering some more materials for the next stage of the train station build, the main central station. But this is quite a nice start for our first station. Actually, and also, over the two bridges here, I've added some extra support. But there's iron fencing here as well, and plenty of illumination on the bridge. Again, removing the torches. There's still a few at the edge there. But the idea is get rid of the torches over time and have lanterns and other sources of illumination just to break things up. And maybe something from the ceiling as well, something hanging down from the ceiling, lighting up there as well. I think that's something that will be really good as well. Hello. There's something glowing up there. But this has been a great start for our first video of the new year. Our first station in place on the line here. This line will continue out over to our birch forest area. And then I know further beyond that, there's another village which we need to go and start setting up. I also know there's another village past El Pastor in the spruce forest past there. There's that as well to be included. So that brings up to 4 villages. And I know there are others out there as well. So plenty to be getting on with. But on that note, I'm now going to wrap this episode up, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, leave a like. Consider subscribing if you are new. And ring the bell to be notified of future content. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.